Hey, it's Paul Ward here, and welcome to another 15 Minutes. In this episode, we're going to be looking at what's happening in the local Ventura County, California real estate market and comparing that to what you're hearing in the national headlines. Looking at the statistics, and depending on your situation, now may not be the best time to wait to purchase or to sell. This episode is sponsored by Opus Escrow and the Money Store. Hi, it's Paul Ward here with the Home and Ranch team, and welcome to another 15 Minutes with me, Paul Ward. I just wanted to share a few insights that I've noticed about our local real estate market that I thought you might find interesting. So this is the market cycle, an emotional consumer cycle. So you can see it starts with optimism, enthusiasm, exhilaration, euphoria. Then it peaks at euphoria, then drops to unease, denial, pessimism, panic, despair. And now we are somewhere between skepticism and hope, soon to find relief, optimism, and enthusiasm. Okay, so I have certainly experienced this in my purchasing and also just in my 20 years in the business. And I can tell you that between November of last year and early January, I could have gone to Tahiti for 2 months because business was down incredibly. And that was because folks were somewhere between panic and despair. Okay, now the phone is starting to ring again. Okay, so some folks are still experiencing skepticism, but some folks are out ahead and have a little bit of hope. Okay, so we're starting to see things improve. And I want to show you kind of how this all got created, but also why now might be a time to jump in and start thinking about purchasing or selling. Okay, so this was an article that came out last week. It was put out by Redfin and then reposted by Yahoo News. The headline said, U.S. homeowners have lost $2.3 trillion in value since June. Okay, some more detail. Okay, this was the largest June to December drop since 2008. The housing market has been shedding value because homebuyer demand has waned, and demand slowed in large part because of rising mortgage rates. So if you remember from your high school economics class, typically when supply goes down, demand goes up, okay? Or when demand goes up, supply goes down. But right now we've got low supply and low demand, which is very interesting. I think that's called stagflation. Okay, so here's our local market, Ventura County, California. For those folks that are out of the area, we are wedged in between Los Angeles and Santa Barbara on the coast. So right now we have 347 active listings. Okay. Last year at this time, we had 398 active listings. So supply is down. Okay. New listings. Okay. Since January 1st of this year, new listings, 191. Okay, last year at this time we had almost 300. Okay, so we're down by about a third. Okay, and then under contract so far this year, okay, 164. This is all of Ventura County, down from last year at this time 243. And then prices have been dropping. Okay, about 5% overall, from 755 last year to 718. Okay, so what are most folks going to do? Most folks are probably going to continue to wait to try to time the market perfectly, right? They want to save. They don't want to, quote unquote, overpay. But there might be instances when right now might be the time to jump in. So in my experience recently, in the last month or so, for properties that have features that are hard to find, okay, maybe a hilltop view home or a property with RV parking or an extra large lot, or maybe if it's a first-time borrower, FHA loan, okay? A lot of people want and need FHA loans, okay? So right now, if there are fewer people buying, there is less competition, okay? But there are also fewer properties. Okay, so fewer people are competing for fewer properties. Okay, so that for ideal properties or properties that are hard to find, I'm finding that those properties are still selling for what the seller is asking. Okay, they're not really dropping. They're not seeing a 5% drop in those properties. The numbers that we see here are for all properties. So a property that's on a busy street corner, yes, that property might even drop more than 5%. Okay, so this is all properties mixed together. But properties that have features that are hard to find, those properties are not dropping. And right now, there's not a lot of competition. Okay, so maybe a seller might receive, 2 offers, 3 offers in a 2-month period, whereas during COVID they'd probably receive 10, 15, 20 plus offers in the same period. So my question is, would you rather jump in now when you have fewer people competing, or should you wait when interest rates drop and now all of a sudden everybody's out shopping, okay, and you're going to be in a bidding war? If you're a seller, okay, you've only got 347 properties on the market in the whole county. Okay, last year at this time you had 398. Okay, so there are fewer properties for buyers to choose from, and if you've got a property with some unique features, you're not really going to take a hit. You're going to have people coming out to take a look at it. So it's very misleading, I would say, when you read the news and they talk about $2.3 trillion losses. Okay, this is nationwide. Okay, Ventura County is a desirable place. A lot of people are moving here from Los Angeles County to get out of the big bad city, want to come up to the suburbs, want to come up to the coast where the weather is tolerable in the summertime. And demand really remains high, especially for those hard to find properties or properties with good school districts. Okay, so yes, there are fewer people looking, but there are fewer properties to choose from. But the question is, would you rather be competing against fewer people, or would you rather wait and compete against more people when interest rates drop? You can always refinance later, but my recommendation is start looking now. Even if you're not quite ready, go look now. Yes, there are people looking, but it's a lot fewer people than there will be when interest rates start to creep down in the next several months. We don't know exactly when that is. So hopefully you learned something from this. Feel free to reach out. Here's my contact information. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, if you have any thoughts on a topic, shoot us an email or a text, and we'll try to get that covered. Thanks so much and have a great day.